Hello, good morning my dear student. Today I am going through the unit 21 of a class 5 and the name of your unit is food and nutrition. खाना र पोषण. Okay? खाना र पोषण तत्वको बारेमा. Okay? I will try to make you that what type of food that you have to eat. Okay? What type of food that you have to eat for the proper growth and development. Okay, under this chapter you will get to know about that what type of food, what type of nutritional food, what type of balanced diet food that you have to eat for the proper health and growth of your body. So before starting the paragraph, before starting the fact that is written under this chapter, I would like to suggest you to know about these written words on the board. The words that I have written on the board, okay, you must know about these words. Then only it is easy, that it will be easy for you to understand the chapter. Okay, so first word is a nutrition. Nutrition means it is a food necessary for the health and growth. It is a one kind of food that is necessary for the health and growth. Enables means make it possible, make it happen, make it practical. That is an enable. Third one is digest. Digest means pachnu in Nepali, and it means a breakdown of food in the breakdown of food into alimentary canal. Okay, breakdown of food into an alimentary canal, into a substance, and that is used by the body. And fourth one is a solubility. Solubility means it is the ability to be dissolved. कुनै पनि चीजको चाहिँ कुनै पनि चीजलाई चाहिँ घुलाउने जुन क्षमता हुन्छ, घुलमिल हुने क्षमता हुन्छ, that ability is called the solubility. Okay, and the resisting means try to prevent, कसैबाट बच्नको लागि. Okay, that means the resisting. And balanced diet means a diet contains the variety of different kinds of food providing the adequate amount of nutrition. It is also a variety of a food. It is also one kind of food, okay, which provide the adequate amount of nutrition. यसले चाहिँ एकदम प्रशस्त मात्रामा बडीलाई चाहिनु पर्ने चाहिँ पोषणहरू चाहिँ हाम्रो बडीलाई दिने काम गर्छ. And the malnutrition means lack of a proper nutrition. पोषण तत्वहरूको कमी हुनु. It is just because of what? Not eating the enough of the right thing. कुनै पनि right thing अथवा कुनै पनि right खाना चाहिँ enough amount मा, एकदम थोरै amount मा खाएको हुनाले चाहिँ के हुन्छ त malnutrition भनिन्छ त्यसलाई. Okay, after that Kawasकर, it is a what? Form of malnutrition. It is caused due to the malnutrition. Okay, it is a disease which is caused due to the malnutrition. Okay, and it is caused by the protein deficiency. Protein को कमी हुनाले चाहिँ हामीलाई कवास्कर लाग्ने गर्छ. After that marasmus. Okay, marasmus is a form of protein calorie malnutrition. Okay, because of the deficiency of a protein calorie in our food, we can be suffer from the marasmus. So this is a marasmus. Okay, and the last one is a chronic. Chronic means not enough, inadequate. Okay, प्रशस्त मात्रामा नपाइनु अथवा प्रशस्त मात्रामा नहुनु अथवा कमी हुनु अथवा कम हुनु, that is called the chronic. Okay, these are the words that you must know before you just start to understand this chapter. You must know about these words. So please copy it in your copy. Okay. So now I would like to go through the paragraph that is written in your book. Today I am just going to introduce about the nutrition and constituents of food. So in the next video I will teach you about the deep explanation about the different constituents of food. But for a while in this video I am going to introduce about the food, nutrition and the constituents of a food. Okay, so listen it carefully. Every living things need food to survive. We know that we need food to survive because food gives us energy. Okay, and without the energy we can't do any activities in our daily life. So food is very necessary to survive in this earth. Food is basic need of all organism. All the organism needs food as a basic needs. Okay, the food provides us nutrients and energy. And what does the food give us? Food give us nutrients and energy. थुप्रै पोषक तत्त्वहरू हाम्रो शरीरलाई चाहिने र त्यसको साथसाथै हामीलाई ताकत र बल पनि दिने गर्छ. Some nutrients for our body should be in a large quantities and some in only a very little quantity. And some nutrients that should be in a large quantity inside our body and some should be in a little amount inside our body. So the large quantity of that nutrient which should be needed by our body will be in a less amount. Then at the time some disturbance will happen inside our body and we may feel difficult and we may suffer from any kind of disease. Okay, so that's why what we have to take any kind of nutrient which we need in a large amount, then we have to take that in a large quantity. If there is any nutrient which should be needed by our body in a less amount, then that should be taken in a less amount. Okay, so there are some nutrients for our body that should be in a large quantity and some should be in a less quantity. So we need food for the proper growth and development of our body. Okay, we need the food for the proper growth and for the proper development of our body organs. The way of providing the food necessary for the growth and development of our body is called the nutrition. The process, the way, in which we provide our body or we have the food, for the growth and development of our body, then that way, that process is called the nutrition. So let's go to the topic that is the constituents of a food. So what are the constituents of a food? That you will get to know in this paragraph. In the chapter unit 21, that is a food and nutrition. You will get chance to know the different constituents of a food. The chemical substance which we get from our food is called the nutrients. The chemical substance that we get from the food that we eat is called the nutrient. जुन chemical substance चाहिँ हामीले खाएको food बाट पाउँछौं, so त्यसलाई नै हामीले nutrients भन्ने गर्छौं. Our body needs different nutrients. It is not compulsory that we need only the one particular kind of nutrients. Our body needs the different kind of nutrients for the growth and development of our body. So that's why we have to eat a different kind of food. So some nutrients for our body shouldn't be in a large quantities and some in only the little quantity. As in the first paragraph also it is written that here is a repetition of same sentence that our body needs some nutrients in a large quantity and some should be in a less quantity. Sometimes when we have the nutrient which should be in a less quantity in a large amount, then at that time there will be a certain disturbance. There will feel a difficulty inside our body. So that's why what we have to do, we have to be careful while taking the quantity of nutrients. If that quantity should be taken in a large quantity, then we have to take it in a large amount. If that nutrients should be taken in a less quantity, then we have to take some nutrients in a less amount. If we don't do so, then you will get the effect after doing that. So a single food doesn't contain all the nutrients required for our body. The single food, suppose you are having a rice, if you have rice always, that rice will not give you all kind of nutrients or all kind of nutrition to your body for the proper growth and development. It can't provide all that nourishment or the nutrition or the nutrients that your body needs. So in the different food we can find the different nutrients. We can't find the different nutrients in one food, in a particular food. So that's why for just consuming the different kinds of nutrients for the proper development and the growth of the body, it is compulsory that we have to eat the different kind of food, because different nutrients are found in a different kind of food, or different kind of nutrients cannot be found in a food. So hence we should eat the variety types of food, varieties types of food. So that's why if you want to consume a different kinds of nutrition for the proper growth and development of your body, then you have to take a different kinds of food, because you are not gonna consume different kinds of nutrients in one particular food. So we get our nutrients by eating the rice, roti, fruits, vegetables, milk, butter, bread, eggs, pulses, fish, meat, sugar, and so on. So what you have to do for getting the all kinds of nutrients, you have to eat these kinds of food. The food that I have just said, isn't it? The food that I have just announced, the food that I have just pronounced, isn't it? And that is written in your book also. That is written in your second paragraph of page number 192 of a class 5 book. There is written that you have to eat these kinds of foods. There are different kinds of foods. You have to eat that different kinds of food to have to consume the different kinds of nutrients. Okay? The nutrients that we get from our food can be classified into the 6 groups. Okay? So the constituents of a food are divided into the 6 groups. All the nutrients that we get from our food that are divided into the 6 group. 6 वटा group मा चाहिँ त्यसलाई विभाजित गरिएको छ, and they are, first one is a carbohydrate, second one is a protein, third one is a vitamins, fourth one is a fats, fifth one is a minerals, sixth one is a water and raw phase. So these are the constituents of a food, and about this, okay, so what kind of food that comes under the carbohydrate or protein or a vitamins or a fats or a minerals or a water raw phase, I will tell you, I will just explain you, I will try to make you understand in the next video. Okay, so I hope you have understood, and you have to read this all the constituents of a food. You have to take it in your mind that there are altogether the 6 constituents of a food. Okay, and so you can copy this sentence, the paragraph that I have written on the board. That will be the beneficial for you for the examination also. So please copy it in your copy. Okay, here is the question for you as a homework. So you have to do it very carefully. So first one is what do you mean by nutrients? So you have to write the definition, what you have understood, okay, to me, okay, that I'll explain you about the nutrition, so you can write about the nutrition. With the help of your book also, you can define the nutrition. So second one is what is called the nutrients. You have to write the definition of a nutrients. What is called the nutrients? Third one is write the name of a food from which we can get our nutrients. Okay, you have to write the name of some food items that from which we get our nutrients. And the fourth one is write the 6 groups of a constituent of a food. As I have told you that our nutrients our nutrients that we get from the food are classified into the 6 groups. So you have to write the name of that 6 groups. So I hope you will do it very seriously. So stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you so much.